Welcome to the studio. It's Royal here. I'm so glad you've joined me. Today I'm giving you my 5 top life-changing tips that I've learned from being on YouTube for 3 years, and these tips are going to help to make you a better artist. Yes, I've been on YouTube this month for 3 years. Yay! Round of applause. And let me tell you, it hasn't been an easy journey. I've learned some things along the way and it has changed me. And I know it's going to help you with your art making, but also with just your life's journey. Art is more than just putting paint on paper. It's about expressing from the core of who you are as a person. So my tips along the way for your creative adventures are really quite deeper than just which colors to choose. We're also going to be creating a collage as I'm sharing these tips with you, because we couldn't not make art, right? Tip number 1, just start. I was absolutely terrified when I made my first video. Didn't I look cute? This is my very first video for my very first art class. My son gave me some flowers and some encouragement, so I decided to go for it. But it was terrifying. I thought I looked too old. I definitely sounded terrible. It's really hard to watch yourself. But I had been creating art and running in-person workshops for 20 years, and I wanted to reach the broader market. Hello, global. So I had to push past my fears. I had to overcome my insecurities, and I just had to start. Sometimes art making can be like that. We feel overwhelmed with what we don't know. We don't know how to do something, we don't understand the techniques, or we don't have the right supplies, and we can really come up with a list of 20 reasons why you shouldn't begin. Well, you need to just push past the fear, because really that's all it comes down to. You're just scared. The terrifying part of doing videos for YouTube is everybody has an opinion and everybody can see you. And also you have to overcome looking at yourself. It's really difficult. I found it really hard. And it wasn't until I started doing Sundays in the studio every Sunday with the first round of 100 days of collage that I really started to relax, to get in the groove of things and to actually almost enjoy the process. But it was a hard journey and it was hard to start. So I do understand that fear, but you just have to overcome the difficulties and start. So let's put our first piece on the page. I'm not sure what we're creating, and I might get carried away talking and actually make a real muck of it, but does it matter? No, not to me. I have this piece. I love this piece. I was jelly printing this week. I was using some stencils from PM Artist Studio, that one and that one. Very cool, loved it. It got stuck on the plate when I pulled it, but I absolutely love it. I love the texture, I love the shapes, I even love the piece where it got stuck. It looks pretty cool. So we're going to start with that, and we're going to just stick it on the page, and we're just going to begin. And when it comes to your art making, that's just what you have to do. Just get in and start and get something on your page. And if you're using an art journal like this is my art journal, then nobody needs to even see it. You don't need to look. You don't have to show anybody. You don't have to exhibit. You don't have to worry about anybody else's opinion. Just get moving, get it on the page, get it down, and then you can see where you want to go to from then. Because once you start, then your creativity gets moving, and creativity inspires creativity. You just have to start. Once you get moving and you get something on your page, then you're away. You can always change it, cover it, paint over it. It's collage, baby. We can fix that thing 100 different ways. So stop coming up with all the excuses of why you can't create art. Pull out some paper, tear up some bits, or throw some paint around and just start. It'll change your life. I know it will. Okay, number 2, everything changes. I get one thing sorted on YouTube, okay, I know how to do it now, I get it all sorted, and next minute it changes. Oh man, and then you gotta keep up with the changes, and you gotta be more current, and you might even need to know what you're doing, right? So don't stress out about what you're making or how you're making it, because everything changes. You change. One week you're going to like these particular colors or this particular technique, and the next week or month, or for me, even the next day, you change your mind and you like something else. So if you created something, especially in an art journal, so easy, and you don't like it, give it a minute. Wait a while, because you might even come back and change your mind. You might even like something next week that last week you thought was garbage. Actually, when I first pulled this print, it caught on the plate and I'm like, oh man, and then I threw it in a pile. But today it's like, oh, my favorite piece, and I'm starting with it. So you just don't know how things are going to change or how things are going to develop. Yeah, I think we should put some more on the page. Now I've got my scrap bag, which is awesome because there's so many bits in here that I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to use. I also have some different gel prints laying around, and a lot of these, actually when I pulled them at the time, I wasn't that fussed on them. They didn't come out perfect. Ooh, haven't got that in my list. But we might need to revisit that point because there is no such thing as perfection in creating art, especially mixed media art and collage. How are you going to gauge it? Like this print here, I was playing around with some different techniques on the gel plate with some different layers and spraying some inks and some water and having a mighty fine time. But when I pulled the print, I'm like, oh man, what happened to my image transfer? It got lost. And then I put it in a pile. But today I'm thinking, I really like these colors. I like the texture. I like the way it's created that particular pattern. And today I like it. So I'm thinking I'm going to use it, and I'm going to stick it on this page, and we're going to put it right down right here. Don't worry if you don't like something you're doing today, because you just don't know. A few days down the track, a week, a month, or tomorrow, you might absolutely love it. I love this print now, and when I first pulled it, I really didn't think much of it at all. So don't get too stressed out if something's not working, especially the first time. Just put it aside and come back to it another day and have another look at it. Even your collage or your painting, oops, it's even got a torn piece on it. I still like it. See, there's no such thing as perfection, just saying. That's a little added bonus. The way you feel today may not be the way you feel tomorrow or next week, not in your techniques or your textures or your colors or your patterns or anything. So don't give up on anything you're creating, because next week you might have the next brilliant idea that makes it 100 times better, or you just might decide that, hey, it's not so bad after all. And everything becomes fabulous collage paper anyway. Number 3, you can't please everybody, so you may as well just be yourself. Yes. I've learnt this being on YouTube, and it's been a really hard lesson. When I first started with my videos, I was already self-conscious about how old I look. Oh man, and my voice, and I'm so loud. I call it robust. And I laugh a lot, and I really do laugh a lot. Yes, I'm like this all the time. But it's taken me 50 odd years to really become comfortable in my own skin. I had to overcome my insecurities, my abandonment issues, a low self-esteem. I had to work through my identity crisis, coming home, finding my birth family. It was huge. It was massive. But I've come to the place in my life now where I'm comfortable with who I am. This is how I am, and this is how I sound. And in the beginning, I even had comments saying, I don't like the way you laugh. It's like, I'm like, seriously? What can you do with a comment like that? I suggested they put me on mute because I'm not going to change. It's taken me too long to come to this place where I'm really comfortable with who I am, and I'm really happy with myself. I figure this world's big enough for all of us. This universe is huge, The YouTube world is massive. You can find somebody else. And it's the same for you and your creativity and your artwork. Not everyone's going to like it. I'm so sorry to tell you, but it's very true. Not everyone's going to like what you do, but you will find someone who does. You'll find a whole group who do. Come and find my Facebook group. There's amazing people in there. There's only encouraging, helpful people in my group. And we all laugh a lot. Find where you fit, baby, and go on and shine, because the world is a big place. There's room for everybody. And if somebody doesn't like your artwork or what you're doing or your creativity, then just move on. Let it go. Put them on mute. And move on, because that's just really the reality of how it goes. Not everybody's going to like your art or going to like what you do. But I have found that it has helped me. Yes, it's a life-changing tip, because it makes me laugh. I just think you don't understand what it's taken me to get to this place where I can accept myself. So if I can accept myself, and I'm a tough critic, then I'm really not actually phased at all if you can't accept the way I am. That's just how it is, baby. It's not going to get any better. I'm going to keep laughing. I'm going to be loud, and I'm going to use all of the art supplies that I can find all at once, most of the time. You can't please everybody all of the time, so you just may as well get on and be you. The world needs you to be the best you that you can be. Right, well, I'm not getting very far with my collage. Stop yapping and stop laughing and get the collage done. Here's another print that I really didn't think much of when I first did it. I know, I seem to have pulled out a whole collection of these ones today. It's an image transfer, and it's great, and it's like a staircase and wall shutters. And I printed it on one of my fabulous prints that I created with the baby powder, making all that beautiful old wall type texture. But it just didn't really pull up that brilliantly. But today, I know, today I'm feeling like this could actually work. But which section do I want? I like this section because it works well with these colors. I could put that little shutter up there, or I could put the stairs here on this section. What do you think? What do you think? You know, if I was live, you could actually tell me what you think. I think I might use the stairs section here. I think that could work really well. Maybe I'll cut along the stairs railing there. That might be okay. And I'll say might, because you never quite know until you put it down if that's really what you want or not. Though I do like that section as well. But we'll think about it. We'll think about it. What do you think? I could put it on there like that. Or do you think it cuts too much of my beautiful print? Yeah, I think so too. I think you might be right about that. So how about we put it on like that, and then we'll add something else to that bit there. All right. I think the colors are working really well with all my second chance prints. And I'll call them that because I wasn't very impressed with any of them when I first pulled them. This had a bit that stuck on the plate. This one was an image transfer that didn't turn out so great. And this one didn't really print well on the textured paper that I thought would look amazing. But together, yes, they're looking beautiful. But overall, I have found that the audience that do watch me really do enjoy my laugh and my personality, because this is all there is, baby. I'm not pretending. This is all you're gonna get. So either you do like it or you don't. And I have received the most incredible encouragement and emails and comments that I even keep them on my phone to encourage myself on a day that I'm feeling a bit low, or when someone's really mean. I look at my other positive comments and you go, yes, see? You always need to find yourself a cheerleader, just somebody that's going to encourage you. Which brings me to the next point. Number 4 is know your purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? It really does help you to stay focused and to be more empowered if you know why you're doing something. For me, my art workshops have always been about giving the ordinary person an opportunity to create great art. When I was doing in-person workshops, I used to provide all the papers, so that anybody who had never created before could come along and create a workshop using all my beautiful papers, because I knew then that the artwork would be successful, because it was about empowering the heart and validating the self-worth. Really, that's my purpose in my art classes and workshops, is to empower you through the medium of making art, because I know how connected it is. So for me, I stick to techniques that I know are going to help you. I'll give you tips that encourage your life. I'll push you on, give you courage, literally, and help you to make better art, because that's my purpose. That's what I'm deeply passionate about, and that's what my channel's all about. This really helps when you get into comparison syndrome. I know, right? Especially on YouTube. I look at other people or other channels, and you can get really jealous about how big they are, what their numbers are, what their audience is doing, how fast their videos move. Oh man, you put in all this effort and all this work, and your video just goes slowly. And someone else puts up a video and it zooms and you just go, oh, that's not fair. Why is mine so slow? It's really easy to compare yourself with other people, especially when you're creating art. You look at others and you go, why is my art not as good as them? I want to be as good as them. And you can get yourself really twisted. But if you know what your purpose is and you know why you're creating, then it's going to help you to stay focused and to compare yourself just a little less. It never stops it completely. You're still tempted to look at other people and compare yourself, because that's human nature. You always want to be better than where you are. And I always want things to be moving faster. I look at the channels that are providing financial tips and they're always doing better. But I'm no good for financial tips. My financial tips is here's how you can spend your money on these products. My tips are all about how to create better art, jelly printing, collage, how to have courage with your art making, how to be brave. I will always push you on and encourage you. So in knowing that and knowing my purpose, it helps me to focus a little less on what other people are doing. And it's the same for you. There's no point going down that comparison road. It won't help you. It'll get you all upset and it doesn't benefit your artwork. What are you doing? What do you want to achieve? If you want to achieve exhibitions and sales, then that's what you do. But there's no point in looking what other people are doing and comparing yourself. If you just want to make art, then just make the art. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to exhibit. You don't have to look at what others are doing and go, I want to be doing that. What do you want to do? What's the purpose of your creativity? You need to stay focused on what your goals are and achieve what it is that you want to be doing with your life and with your artwork. There's always expansion. There's always room for growth. We can always get better. I'm always looking at ways of how to make my YouTube channel better, how to make my videos better, how to edit better, how to talk less. Nah, never had to laugh less. There's always ways that we can improve ourselves and we can improve our art. Resources are absolutely endless. You can learn anything you want to online. Uncle Google is my best friend because I'm always needing help with something. But stay true to yourself, stay focused on your purpose, pursue your own art the way you really want to pursue. And don't go down the path of comparing what everybody else is doing, because you'll just hit a dead end and then you won't do anything. And that doesn't help anybody. Okay, well, we need to get some more paper stuck on this collage. Right, I think I'll need to have a rummage through this scrap bag here and see what I can find to add to. Either page will be fine. I don't mind which page I add something to, as long as I get moving and add something to it. Let's add some music notes. That'll be cool. All right, let's do that. Let's put that there. Loving that. And I'm loving this Hello PM Artist Studio fabulous new stencil that Mariah sent me. Gotta love it. That's going to go there like that. And I think that's going to go on there. We're just going to make some fast, bold decisions. Oh man, it doesn't come right to across the page. That's a bit annoying. All right, we'll just have to put an extra little piece on there. But it's all right. We can fix it. We can fix it. Don't you worry about that. let's put this piece on there like that, and we'll stick that on there like that. Yes, right. This one, I'm gonna be bold and make some decisive decisions. Like, let's add some Kozo paper. Love, this is the beautiful pink marble paper that I have some left. Love Kozo. Now, on that note, if you're going to the Kozo website, make sure you put in Froil Art as a discount code, because you do get 10% discount, right? And everybody loves a good bargain. See, I have financial tips. Right, that's going to go like that. Then I'm going to get very dramatic, and I'm going to put that on there like that. And I haven't quite decided, because we need something here and a little gap there, but how about I stick all that down and then we'll see where we're at. Right, all those papers are stuck down. Don't they look beautiful? Especially for second chance prints. I'm feeling it today. They're looking absolutely glorious. The colours are wonderful. Right, so number 5 of my tips that I've learned from being on YouTube. Do the best you can with what you have. We never have enough. We never have enough time. We never have enough money or the right art supplies or the right equipment. When I first started on YouTube, I was filming with my phone, which, don't tell anybody, but I'm still filming with my phone. I don't have great equipment or big lights or fancy editing, but I have the basics and I make it work. We never have all that we want. You have to make the best with what you have. If you have limited time, use it wisely. Get yourself organized, get set up in a space that you can sit down, do 10 minutes of creating art, and then leave again. If you have limited supplies, you can find a lot of recycled material that makes fabulous collage papers. There's so many ways that you can create beautiful artwork with very limited color palettes. And if you don't have all the equipment that you want, yes, I feel your pain. But you have to make the best with what you have. And bonus tip, don't give up. Never give up. There's always a way that you can move forward and develop and grow. There's always resources for you to learn. And if something doesn't work, let it dry, come back to it, and collage over the whole thing. I've done that so many times. You can fix anything. You just have to be a little bit persistent, maybe sometimes patient, and be kind to yourself. We all have bad days. We all make messes. Something goes wrong most days, I find. You just have to pick yourself back up, push on, and don't give up. Right, now I have found another second chance print. I know, I'm full of it today. This beautiful image transfer of the door just pulled on the print, and I was taking it off the plate. I know, it's so annoying, but I think it's going to work really well with these colors. And this page needs a focal point. As much as I love the textures of the underneath background, I'm just going to add this to the page. I think it finishes it. It gives it a fabulous focal point. The colors work well. Yes, it's the same texture because I'm experimenting with a different technique. So much fun. So that's going to work. This page is looking great. I could add maybe a little bit of white onto there. Maybe some of this perhaps on here. That could be really nice too. I think that would finish that page nicely. Just a little bit of beautiful, handmade, glorious white paper onto here would look fabulous. I really hope this pep talk has inspired you and encouraged you, given you courage to push on, to overcome the difficulties, to make your art, and to really enjoy your creativity. Have a look at how beautiful the collage turned out, and remember, just start. You can't steer a parked car. You've got to get moving. Get off the starting block, jump in the water, and get going. Number 2, everything changes. So don't get stuck in one particular place. If something's not working, push on, try something new, have a go at something different, and move forward. Number 3, you can't please everybody all of the time, so you may as well just be you. Number 4, know your purpose. Why are you creating, and stick to your goals. Focus on your lane. You can't run in somebody else's lane, so you may as well just focus on what you're doing. And number 5, do the best that you can do with what you have. You will grow, you will develop, you'll learn more techniques, you'll gain more knowledge or understanding if that's what you need. You will get there if, number 6, you don't give up. I know, number 6 is a bonus because you should just never give up. Don't give up on your art, your creativity, your goals, your dreams, your pursuits, your passions, because you win if you just don't give up. Thanks for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed being part of this fabulous 3 years on YouTube. You can go back and watch the first episode. I don't really advise it because I'm so nervous. I'm absolutely terrified. I really hope you stick around for the next 10 years. Oh man, I'll be looking old then. But I do know one thing, I'll still be laughing. I really appreciate that you're on this journey with me. Don't forget, you can find out more information in the description under the video if you want to find the links. And I'll see you next time in the studio.